Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. Someone once said that first comes the engagement ring, then comes the wedding ring, and then comes suffer ring. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be that way. Because first you could have the engagement ring, then you could have the wedding ring, and then you could have surrender ring. In life, happiness comes when we accept our lot, and we're grateful for what we have, and we are content and satisfied, and accept that whatever Hashem gave us, that is the ultimate blessing for us in our lives. We are coming to the holiday of Purim, and our rabbis in the Talmud say, where do we find the name Haman in the Torah? And they point to the story in Bereshit in Genesis, where Adam and Eve were told not to eat from the tree of life, of knowledge, and they disobeyed God's will and ate from the tree of knowledge. And then God confronts them and says, did you eat from the tree that I told you not to eat from? The word in Hebrew for did you eat from it is hamin, from the tree. Did you eat? It's spelled exactly like Haman, Hey Mem Nun. And therefore our rabbis say, you see, you find Haman in the Torah. But the question is, what's the connection? It has different vowels, different pronunciations, and different meanings. Haman is the name of a person, an evil man who tried to destroy the Jewish people. Hamin might be the same three letters, but has a completely different meaning. It means, did you eat from that tree? And our rabbis explain precisely. It's identical. Why? Because what is the story of Adam and Eve? God put them in paradise and said, here you have all these beautiful trees with fruits. You could have from anyone you want. There's only one tree you can't have, the tree of knowledge. But precisely because they were not happy with what was given to them, and they wanted that one tree that they couldn't have, they were banished from paradise. They lost the Garden of Eden. And that's exactly the story of Haman. The story of Haman is a person who had so much power and wealth. He was the viceroy of Persia, second in command. But what does he tell his wife in the story? He says, all my wealth, all my power, all my honor is meaningless. Because I cannot have happiness as long as I see that there's a Jew by the name of Mordechai who will not bow down to me. And as a result of that, he ends up being hanged in the gallows. And the lesson is that sometimes we have so many blessings in our life. And instead of being happy and accepting what we have and surrendering and saying, okay, this one blessing is not meant for me. Like Adam and Eve, that one tree is off limits to me. Or like Haman, okay, I can't have it all. That one Jew won't bow down to me and give me honor. But when we're not happy and not content, as Pirkei Avot said, to be happy with your lot is the secret to being wealthy. And we want to fight and try to get even what we're not meant to have. That brings about our downfall. And that's why one of the ways we achieve happiness on Purim is through gratitude and appreciation. We give gifts to the poor. We send baskets of food to our friends. And the message is, look at what you have and how much you have to give in life. And that you can give to others because you have so many blessings. And by giving to the poor and by giving to our fellow man, we look at our lives and we examine it and we say, look how much I was given. Stop focusing on what you don't have. Focus on what you have and be grateful. We saw this in Israel throughout our trip. But one very inspiring young lady, of course, was Emily Damari, who was taken into captivity and returned. And as we know, she came back missing her two middle fingers that were shot, blown off by the terrorists on October 7th. And she took her hand with her missing fingers and used it as a symbol of victory, of defiance. And she just underwent a surgery last week, and we've been in touch with her. And thank God the doctors are re-sewing her skin to release her from a lot of pain that she's been in for 15 months because whoever performed that operation on her in Gaza botched it and pinched her nerves, and she's been in a lot of pain and agony. And now, thank God, she's recovering from her surgery, but she will never have those two fingers again. And she was asked, how do you feel about that? And she said, holding up her hand, these missing fingers to me are a symbol and a sign of strength, of survival, of perseverance, of life and victory. And therefore I embrace it wholeheartedly. And I don't hide my hand. On the contrary, I hold it up and a sign of strength and gratitude to God. What an amazing young lady. To look at what she lacks, her deficiencies, and see it as part of her blessings in life. We have the choice to keep on fighting and not accepting what God has granted us and deemed fit for our lives, and find misery and pain and lose paradise, or bring about our downfall like Haman, or look at what God has given us and say, these are my blessings. That's the message of Purim. That's how we find happiness, by embracing what we have. Have a wonderful day.